Today I'm here to present about some current situations I found about the pedestrian traffic system research. In the local area, the system is very helpful for the pedestrians. However, in a broader situation, there are many problems on the pedestrian safety and about pedestrian compliance. This speech is mainly made for those whom it may concern and those pedestrians who may care about their safeties. It's divided into three parts. In the first part, I will introduce the local situation of pedestrian traffic system I found, and in the next part, some broader conditions and problems about the system will be showed. At last, I will introduce some possible explanations to these problems and how can we improve them. First is about the local situation. Generally speaking, the pedestrian traffic system really helps because of the push button to cross sign. This system is better for those disabled people because it makes some audio reminders to the blind people to help them know about when to make a cross. And also the button and the sign is put in a very low level that the disabled people with some wheelchairs can also attach to it. And based on my observation, this this button is very useful if a pedestrian wants to make a cross and there is not so much vehicles. However, in the center of the city, the button usually do not work, and the government controlling system will take over all the traffic crossing sections that allows people to cross. And also, I made some interview about the students in Illinois, including some Asian students like Yu Xinjiang and also other students from different majors and different apartments and also all around the world. The general idea is that it's save time for the students since sometimes they are really hurried to a class and the system offers them shorter waiting time. And there's some words about people I interviewed. He says that there should be a timer to tell people how much time they still need to wait, just as what they do to show how much the passing time left. And also, however, it still saves time for students since they only need to wait about 40 to 50 seconds to get an exclusive period. That's much better than the concurrent period system used in China, since people usually need more time to cross diagonally. However, in a broader situation it's not the case, just because of the low pedestrian compliance problem, which means that pedestrian behavior is highly reliant on their self-consideration about the surrounding traffic conditions, which means that a pedestrian may still make a cross even if there is a red light, just because he thinks there is no cars around. And based on Matthew's research on this problem, the traffic sign is losing its constraint power on the pedestrians. More people just choose to make their own judgment rather than listening to the order of the traffic system. Some possible explanations about this problem is also made. The first is about the currently used exclusive crossing system. Exclusive crossing system means that the pedestrians will have their own crossing section that is apart from the vehicle crossing system. There's some so-called all-crossing periods that only the pedestrians can make the cross and the vehicles can only wait. And in the other crossing period, only the vehicles can make the cross and pedestrians must wait. In opposed to this system is the so-called concurrent crossing system. In that system, the pedestrians and vehicles that will cross the roads on the same direction will make the cross at the same time. Let's draw a graph to show it. It's like if the vehicles and pedestrians are all making the cross horizontally or vertically, they will make the cross together. So what's the problem of this system? Just think of a megacity case. In the center of the megacity, there's usually tons of vehicles and pedestrians waiting to make a cross. And when one group is making the cross, the other have to wait, and that causes a traffic jam. And in some special cases, that's even more severe, like in a rainy day, more people will choose to go out with a car rather than walk. As a result, all the vehicles have to wait for those unexisting pedestrians to finish their cross, and they can make their cross. And based on John and Evans' research about the exclusive crossing system used currently, the pedestrian compliance of this system is much lower than the concurrent system that's tested, and also the relaxed system, which is a mix of the two systems. Another explanation might be the countdown timer we used, since that gives the pedestrians more chance to take a risk. Imagine that if there is just 5 or 6 seconds before the crossing period ends and you just run to the crossing, prepare to make a cross, what will you choose? Wait for the next crossing period or just rush to the other side of the road? I think many people will choose the second choice. And what if the crossing period ends when you are still in the middle of the road? That's very dangerous to a pedestrian since there might be a traffic accident to hurt him. So what's that related to the pedestrian countdown timer is that it makes people more impatient when there's less time and it offers them a chance to take a risk. Based on Millen's research, usually 17% of people will take a risk to rush to the other side when there's a red light or there's just going to have a red light. That's a really high level because the base is billions of pedestrians. And also there's some possible improvements that we can make to make this traffic system better. The first is about the mass model we can use. A lot of research groups have already worked on optimizing the traffic system in different cities. Here are some results from Li Wen and his group. They used a precise math model to work out to fit the current situation, and based on their results, when using the breaking both ends method to optimize the right-turn vehicles and crossing road pedestrians, by comparing those two traffic signal timing distribution schemes for turning right vehicles and pedestrians who will meet conflict with passing cars, the optimizing model is established, and based on their results, this largely make the pedestrians more safety and reduce the uh, possibility of producing some traffic accidents. And also another way we can do is to use the artificial intelligence like reinforcement learning model to let the system learn and think like a rational pedestrian and help the pedestrians to make their so-called decisions based on the current traffic conditions. That's actually more helpful since the system and the AI just knows all about the city traffic conditions and they can help avoid traffic accidents and at the same time save time for those pedestrians. However, this system also have a problem that is very hard to be realized, and artificial intelligence technology is not matured enough and is sometimes uncontrollable for people to use in such an important system. But I still believe that with the development of the AI technology, we can use this system one day. And here is some reference paper that I used in my speech. In the last, thank you all for listening to my speech and take care.